All right, guys, welcome back to the ALGS channel. Hope you guys are all doing well and having a great day so far. A lot, and I mean a lot to dive into and discuss today, from pro drama between the pros and the developers themselves, the new little podcast thing that we saw between these pros and how they were ranting about on with the game. Also some roster changes, roster updates that we're going to see, people coming back into the game, you know, some drama between the ALGS pro teams and Scrims. So much to dive into in today's video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below if you guys want to stay up today, all things Apex Legends esports related. And to kickstart my brand new channel called the Apex Lounge, we are giving away a Xbox Series X, a PlayStation 5, or a starter entry level PC. All you got to do is click one of the links down in the comments below that will take you to this channel. Like, comment, and subscribe on any of these videos over here, or as much as you would want to. You get one entry per video, and just tell me in the comments on that channel what one you want. Do you want the Xbox? Do you want the PlayStation? Do you want the PC? And we're going to be picking a winner at the end of the month of April. This is a channel that is dedicated to posting the most viral content between the top Apex pros and streamers as well. So if you guys want to, stay up to date and the little short clips as well, they're easy to follow, not as obviously strung out as these videos are because it's not as deep of a dive. A lot more frequent uploads over there as well. Make sure to go check it out. The link is down in the description below. First thing I want to talk about, this is coming from the Challenger circuit. Void is a guy, I actually saw this, this was sent to me by our script writer over here at the ALGS JMeyels channel. This was Intel ALGS, but I actually noticed this guy. I was like, wait a second, I think I know this guy. So they actually had Void and Zerbo had a 17 kill game in Realm yesterday. And so these guys were actually popping off. And I was like, wait, I think I recognize this guy. Well, he also came out potentially looking for one for Challenger Circuit 2 with Synaptic. And so this guy obviously starting to make a name for himself in Realm, now starting to make a, try to get a name for himself, obviously, in the Challenger Circuit. And I think that's the way and order that these things should go, right? Like, I think Realm is a very good entryway into getting into a little bit more of a competitive environment for a lot of these people that aren't doing it. And I really would encourage, if you think you're good enough, go prove it over in the Challenger Circuit. Obviously, I think it's the best way to do so. Obviously, also Fluxan as well, another person looking for a team, unfortunately, due to unforeseen circumstances. One thing I love about Challengers, there's always some roster drama. They're switching rosters all the time, and a lot of these guys are really good. 13-time pred peak number 7, 12 times ALGS finalists. So it's really neat to see a lot of this stuff, but I really like how much there's a lot of roster drama over in the Challenger scene. Kind of makes it pretty interesting. Speaking of drama, let's talk about this. We knew something was wrong when we saw Tripods in first place. No disrespect to Tripods, obviously. I really want Nick Merckx to have a good season because he's an underdog, and I want underdogs to have their fair share of a good time. And this was the weird thing we saw 2 days ago. Scrim results came out. Tripods in first place, Drop In Gaming in second place, and then at the bottom, we see TSM and FaZe in the lower 20. So obviously we knew something wasn't right. Minus Tempo, the player manager for TSM, came out, and the one who runs the Scrims. He also does oversight and stuff as well. He said basically Scrims are canceled. They've canceled Scrims for the foreseeable future. Players don't know how to prioritize ALGS practice and take it seriously over solo queue for 6 hours since they know they can't win money in ALGS. I kind of think this is a little bit of a shot at Realm. Realm is kind of, getting in the way of a lot of these Scrims, it seems. On another note, congrats to Tripods, Dropped In Gaming, and Reformed for being top 3 here. Also, there was a little bit of an update to this. Minus Tempo came out and said that they were going to be kind of changing the way that Scrims were going to be had. And so it's kind of weird. He had that Scrim results canceled. Now, all of a sudden, yesterday, they were back to Scrims as well. And basically saying half of the games were pretty good. The other half was still troll, but we're still better than what we were yesterday. I've also seen that Realm seems to be changing the time of the games that they're going to be running. I think that they decided to make it, let me not give any specifics because I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. But I want to say somewhere along the lines of 4 p.m. Eastern to 10 p.m. Eastern, maybe somewhere. It's a little bit like midday afternoon kind of thing. They did make a little bit of an adjustment to it. I'm not sure if it was because of all of this drama as well, but definitely thought I would make mention of it. Also wanted to mention this. Nicewig came out with the Wide Swing podcast with Greek God, and also had Imperial House, Snip3down, Drop, Nocturnal, Zach Mazer, all the big guys, right? And this was so needed because we had a lot of feedback with the competitive state of the game right now. And what I really like is that John Larson, the game designer, you know, is doing his part in the community. He showed up to the podcast, right? He showed up to watch, he showed up to listen, and he showed up to hear the feedback that they had to say. And he said, imagine being an Apex comp fan and not tuning in. This is good discussion for around the meta, ranked, scrims, realm, comp formats, maps, regions, etc. And I like that we have a developer in on this so that they can obviously look at things like realm. What's something that realm has done that is very good for the community, and can we implement it in any other way for, like, you know, your average people to get more involved in your competitive environments as well? And so that's when we actually had clips from this podcast come out. And well, it's a little crazy. Thornton Smash just said, when the Apex Legends pros start going on full tilt at Respawn and EA with Apex Legends, you know it's bad. And one thing I really like is, like I said, you have this upfront rant and, you know, complaining session with the pros, and a Respawn developer is there and he's here to listen. So I think it's good to know that we had a Respawn dev hear this clip specifically. Roll the clip.
The biggest issue that I see is, why are we having to have this discussion of what we as players can do to keep it alive? Like, that shouldn't be on us to keep the scene alive or relevant. Like, why is there 2 months? Like, this is like, we shouldn't be having this conversation. EA should be like, oh, we need to keep the hype. We need to do this. Like, host some team deathmatch tournaments, or host like control tournaments with the pros. Have us be more involved with community-based games. Like, this is that there's all this downtime. It's like, oh, so I guess I'll stream ranked, but can't do that because it's cheaters. So we have to go to third-party tournaments like Realm.
Definitely a priority problem there over at EA or Respawn, because I know there's fault on both ends, guaranteed.
So this is something I've been saying for so long. Why is it Realm that's, you know, a third-party company looking at like the best state of the Apex Legends scene competitive environment? Why are they looking out for us, but EA is not looking out for us? Why are there opportunities with these third-party things, but not opportunities with EA? Why are they not taking care of their own game? I'm really happy that Respawn was there to listen to that, and shout out to Snipe for being so, you know, transparent and honest. We need more of that in the scene for sure. Also wanted to make mention of this. Janey, you guys know, female pro player who was retired for TSM on the girls squad. Well, she's actually decided to come out of retirement. Shout out to Janey, and start competing again. I'm happy about this with Ava and Girl, and very excited to see what we can do. If you guys were not aware, there was like a Celestial Cup very recently with the TSM girls squad, and they actually got second place. And it's kind of sad because they got second place, but let me tell you, they dominated that scene. It was basically like, you know, ALGS year 2, where, you know, you had one team that was light years ahead on points, but sadly, because of the match point format, TSM, the girls squad, I think they got like top 3 like 3 times or something, and they just weren't able to close out with a win. And sadly, they just like ended up getting second place, and they had like 100 points, and I think the winner only had like, you know, 70, 80-ish points or something along those lines. So it's kind of crazy, but like, they're very, very good. And I think with Janey obviously to play ALGS, this is going to be good, because a lot of the, you know, pro scene in general have been really pushing the women's competitive scene to stop, you know, just saying you're good, stop playing ranked, but go play ALGS. Prove that you are good, prove that you are here to stay, prove that, you know, you are someone that people should look out for, and that you deserve more opportunities. So I'm glad to see an all-female squad really push the ALGS scene and really try to make a name for it. This is good stuff. This is what we need to see. We need to see more people actually, you know, take it to the next level. So I'm excited for that. Also wanted to make mention of this. Native Gaming, a competitive roster that's obviously in the Pro League roster right now. I am stumbling all over my words today. Well, they have finally announced their full roster. We thought they were going to be actually switching an organization, but it seems like that's not going to happen. Clane, Bullet, and Profit are going to be their 3-man roster. Braden is here as the coach. They've officially announced it. So good. This is actually a good roster. Bullet's obviously a very good addition for this roster. I like the way he fits in, and Clane obviously just being on XSET in the past, got a lot of experience. I like to see where this roster can go, and I'm eager to see how they perform. Also wanted to mention this, a little bit of a roster drama, roster update. Take it for what you will. Janeyels, a lot of people pronounce it differently, whatever. I think it's Janeyel. Anyways, he was on Oxygen. You guys know that he got picked up recently from Oxygen Esports, and this was like their brand new roster. They had even placed the, you know, top 3 a couple times in some scrims. They were looking pretty decent, but not obviously anything extraordinary. Well, it looks like that he may be parting ways, because Oxygen recently announced that they were welcoming him to the roster. So, right, you would think the contract's already signed, but now he's signing another contract. What exactly is he doing? I'm not sure, but a lot of the, you know, comments seem to indicate, you know, farewell, things moving on, and everybody's commenting You know, is he going to the Sentinels? Sentinels obviously would be a very good fit for him, and everybody is all about it. So it seems like maybe he is possibly going over to the Sentinels roster. I've been a little out of like whack with like who's playing with who on streams and stuff like that, so feel free to educate me down in the comments if he's actually been playing with Sentinels lately. It's been a while since I've actually looked at it, and I got to stay on more top of it. So that's why I'm looking for some help all the time in ALGS scene, obviously. Also wanted to make mention of this. AJC has, you know, basically signed up with their roster. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of a change here, and God only knows why. I mean, this man is always changing, but if you guys may notice here, it's GOAT. You've got what is this? Oreo looking something. I don't know, bro. I don't know a lot. I'm trying to learn all of these challenger guys. I really am. But what are these names? Some of you guys come up with the craziest names. That is so hard. Like just give us some easy names like GOAT and Karma. Anyways, you guys may know Karma is here. Capra is not. What's going on with Capra? You know, at this point, I don't know. If it seems like he's always changing teams, always involved in something. I know he's a young guy, but you know, he's got so much potential, so good at the game. Hopefully he can figure things out. So make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys want to stay up to date, all things Apex Legends esports related. Feel free to educate me on anything I got wrong down in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to check out the Apex Lounge. Comment down below on any of those videos here as well. If you want to win a PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, or entry-level PC. And I will see you guys all in the next one. Take care of yourselves, and until next time, I will see you all later, Gators.